Hey, welcome to JK News. Today, we are talking about how Bernie Sanders is getting completely fucked over by the DNC.
Again? Again?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
So, why did he get fucked over before, Joe?
Because Hillary,
What did she do?
she, fuck, it was in the emails, I forgot.
Well, right. So basically,
She's continuing the agenda, and Bernie is not.
the DNC was internally talking shit on Bernie, and they were diverting money away from his campaign and using it for Hillary's campaign. And Hillary was basically, the DNC was in debt, and Hillary's campaign was picking up the tab for that debt and allocating money that supports her campaign, her candidates, and not Bernie people. Does that make sense?
What's
Democratic
the DNC?
Party.
Oh, Democrat National Committee.
Okay, all right, I'm up to date.
This is the last year's primaries, right?
This was 2016.
Right, 2016, and then the email leaks also proved that she was colluding with the president, or the, not the president, but the top of the committee of the DNC.
The Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Right, and then they were planning openly to shut him out, basically.
Yes, and they also fed debate questions that were pre-known by Hillary Clinton, which Donna Brazile admitted to later. She was later the head of the DNC, and she took over after Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Okay, so the same thing's happening again to Bernie?
So that's what...
Didn't the guy that leaked that information get killed?
Well, no. That's what people... That's a conspiracy theory about this guy.
Well, we're talking about conspiracy corner.
No, I know, but nobody really... I mean, dude.
Oh, I thought we were talking...
That's not like confirmed shit.
Oh, this is confirmed shit.
This is confirmed.
Oh,
shit.
I thought we were talking conspiracy.
Well, we're kind of gonna get there. We're gonna kind of get there because
I jumped the gun.
Well, not exactly. That's not really what I'm getting at. So Bernie is getting fucked by the DNC again because. Did you guys see what happened the other night during the DNC debate?
No. The one with him and Warren?
Okay, no problem. Okay, so basically CNN opens the debate by, a news story had come out that Elizabeth Warren says that Bernie Sanders told her privately, hey, I don't think a woman could get elected president. To her, right? As a way to discourage her kind of thing. And Bernie says, I never said that, okay? So they open the debate and they basically say, hey, Bernie, did you or did you not tell Elizabeth Warren that a woman could never get elected president? He said, I did not. Okay, right. So then they go to Elizabeth Warren immediately and say, hey, Elizabeth, how did you feel when Bernie told you a woman couldn't be elected president? Now, how fucked up is that? Yeah. They led the question like that, and then like set Bernie up, and then they basically just said Bernie lied immediately.
The irresponsible thing was that the reporter, rather than saying, "What do you think about like?" What if he said it, right? Rather than treating it as a question, the reporter was stating it as a fact.
Exactly.
That he definitely said it, and there's proof.
Which is more proof that CNN is fucking trash, and
fake news.
Right? I mean, they're trash, dude. That like the way that they angled that was obviously coordinated in some way. Who
actually watches CNN and believes it anymore?
I don't know, but people obviously do. I mean, they have.
That's crazy because they've been caught lying so fucking much.
So that's what's frustrating here for people who are watching this, because Bernie, it seems, will not stand up for himself and say that's what they did is fucked up. Wow. Or he won't really, I mean, he won't lead the charge about how this sucks, right? So a lot of people...
Because it seems like they're fucking they're fucking up within their own group.
Right, and people might say that is a conspiracy. Oh, you're saying that CNN coordinated? It's like, yeah, well they did it in 2016.
Well, CNN definitely did it for the views because they timed it and released it before the debate. But they also have, I think, other witnesses to the conversation have come out and said that he said that. Well, but his argument is that he didn't say that women can't be president, but then the other people are saying that what you said was that a woman can't beat Trump, and those are kind of two different arguments that they're both touting at the same time.
Like also,
but it's in the same conversation.
He also came out in the 70s and said that he thought a woman could be president.
No, yeah, that's his argument.
Yeah.
But then other people's argument is saying it's not so much as women becoming president in general, it's about a woman beating Trump, and those are two different conversations that are being put into one conversation.
But I think also he might have just been saying like, basically like with this climate and the people that are actively voting, I'm not sure that a woman could be elected. But then it's like, so what are you trying to say, Bernie? Like,
but that's not what Elizabeth Warren's saying, right? Like she's saying, well, that is what Elizabeth Warren's saying.
Yeah.
She's saying that You
Because
told me I couldn't win.
It's really easy to take that out and like the way the climate is right now to throw that out of the ether and be like, look what he said. It's
Yes,
so easy to
exactly.
do that,
Yes.
you know.
Well, it's clear-
but
that's
it's a typical smear campaign.
It's a typical
for,
smear campaign.
for presidency. It's very typical.
And it's a coordinated smear campaign, which is what the Bernie fans are pissed off about.
Yeah, because also his fans are like the people that are his fans. It's like they don't know what to say against that because it's just like it's fucking annoying. That's what it is.
So my question is like, who is CNN backing? Because if they're willing to go against Bernie,
Warren or Biden.
Warren or
Should
Biden.
be that way. As far, I mean, they hadn't pulled a stunt like that on them.
Well, because I know Biden is of the old guard, but Warren, I don't know much about her.
So what's up with
She's
Yang
kind of-
Gang or Tulsi Gabbard?
They got drowned out. They both got drowned
Yeah,
out.
well, Tulsi, I think she officially exited.
Yang's still in the game though. It's just that like, so the big conspiracy against him is that many polls show that he should have had enough backing to be in this debate, but CNN chose specific polls that he didn't have enough in, and that's the big problem.
So if you choose a Monmouth poll instead of a Pew poll instead of a poll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how people are saying that they iced Tulsi and Yang out, and that's what people are pissed about, right? They feel like the DNC is picking their favorites instead of letting the votes decide.
Oh, that's
right?
for sure
And
happening.
no votes have been counted
But
yet.
here we go. Here's the real conspiracy Boze,
Yes.
okay? All of this is just out here to drown out any other competitor other than Trump. It's all Trump doing all of this because he wants to get elected again. He's just drowning out all
What's
of
he
the
doing, though?
competition. It's all him. All of that.
Okay.
CNN, everything. It's all him.
It's a sexy conspiracy.
It's a horny conspiracy.
Because you think, because Bernie actually has a shot at beating him?
Anyone that has a shot, Trump just says, let's drown them all out. They're all terrible. They're all bad decisions. So that at the end of the day,
Trump wins again?
Yes, again.
I love
It's
the
all
conspiracy
him.
voice. It's so good.
You know, it's funny.
Is he officially impeached now? He's
Yes.
called out CNN though, so why would his mortal enemy?
Because
being
he
impeached
doesn't
and
take.
being
He's like
removed from
anything to
office
win.
are two
He's in anything to win,
You know
guy.
what's funny though, is that Trump actually just tweeted in defense of Bernie, saying that the DNC is clearly fucking Bernie again, and then Bernie came out and shit on Trump for that. He's like,
He's protecting CNN
basically, yeah.
for fucking him over.
That's what's wild about Bernie, right? To Bernie fans, it's like, just stand up for this. Like, a broken watch is right twice a day. Just because Trump said this doesn't mean you have to disagree, because they're clearly fucking you.
He just wants to
this debate.
disassociate himself with Trump so bad.
Well, not just that too. I think his idea is no matter what, the Democratic Party needs to be the one that wins. So he doesn't want to shit on his opponents so hard that if he's not in the race anymore, they can't win.
But that's part of the problem, right? Instead of calling out Biden's corruption and all the shit that's happening there, he is being a good boy and being like, my friend Joe Biden, my friend, he's my good friend. Instead of fighting.
Hillary after she fucked him over.
Exactly. And he was told on the phone, Donna Brazile told him that, hey, sorry, we did fuck you over. I
Probably
found
wants
out.
to keep that politician money.
It's a better look than the Republicans being able to be like, haha, look at the little Democrats fighting. Like it's kind of better for him to just kind of stand back.
But that's always been his thing though. He
Republicans
doesn't like to
fighting
like
each other,
stoop to like this.
Like
this
usually for the
lowball
debates,
fight.
the primaries, like they're all fighting each other until they get their person, and then it's Republican versus Democrat.
But that's the thing that's theater about all this, right? So, like, no matter who wins, as long as they're an establishment candidate, like the Warrens, like the Bidens, then the old guard still rules. The same shit happens,
Doesn't
right?
Biden have the most campaign contributions from corporations and everyone?
Of course, not by far. Not to mention by credit card companies.
So
and all
they
that.
want Biden to win.
Yes, and the most small donations have been to Bernie, like to the
That
Bernie
was
campaign.
Buttigieg that is yeah, Buttigieg, right? Isn't he making a ton of money from like
Corporate as well.
Corporate?
Yes, he is. He is.
So those are the, because I mean, you follow the money, you know clearly where the special interests are, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going back to chasing like the question of what CNN's like whole point is, like what,
Status quo. I mean, defend the war
Right.
game, defend the war economy.
They're trying to win. So why would they help Warren? Or is in the mix? Are they trying to fuck Warren and by?
I feel like it's more for ratings. That's what I feel like they're trying to do. They're chasing ratings way more than anything else.
But Warren is not an anti-establishment candidate. Warren is totally corporatist.
but
Democrat.
it's she with the veil of she's Bernie, because
That's
she
the
has a
veil.
lot
That's
of.
the-
Well, in terms of her policies,
But she was a Republican fucking 20 years ago, or if that, she was 18
My
years
question is, where is Ralph Nader? Bring back Nader.
He's gone.
Bring back Nader.
I know.
Bring him back. I had a Nader pin when I was in middle school, and my teacher was like, what the fuck?
Just for fun?
I believed in him.
She still does.
He's an American hero.
Yeah, I really don't know that much about Nader. I just was one of
Oh,
those.
you don't
guys
even
that-
know what he did?
I do. What did he do? Eh.
Like all the vehicle standards and stuff, like seatbelts in cars.
Fuck yeah, Nader. That's horny as fuck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
He was
dude.
one of the biggest advocates.
Bring
Because
back
people were
Nader.
getting killed from seatbelts and stuff, and he's demanded that the auto industries like put them in every car, and there was a big fight about that, and he was one of the main driving forces behind that shit.
Man, American politics is crazy though, because when I was in Europe, everyone's watching our shit.
Yeah.
Like everyone, you know. And what else is crazy is a lot of Asians overseas, like in London or whatever, they're like, hey, what do you think about Andrew Yang? What do you think about Andrew? Like everyone's watching his shit.
Yeah, because it affects all the other countries.
This is what I was telling people months ago. I was like, look, I know what you guys are saying with Yang, but the DNC will never let him win. And it's the same shit as Tulsi, right?
Yeah.
They jobbed her out of the debates, same shit, because she is not anti-war. Like, she hates the Syria war. Like, she hates the Iraq war, and she
Yeah.
fought there. So people like to paint her as a Russian asset, and she's
Yeah,
sympathetic.
they fucking disrespect a fucking. Well, not only she's an active military personnel, so they're disrespecting her, and she's in
And
the
her service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's in service
She's
right
an
now.
active dude. She's in reserve or whatever, right?
Well, she comes back like and does her work, and then she's doing her politics, and then people
Elizabeth
are,
Warren is a Marine?
No,
Tulsi
Gabbard.
Gabbard.
Oh.
and they're accusing her of being a Mossad spy or
Apologist for for Assad.
Assad.
Yeah.
Who's the they that we're talking about? The DNC?
Excuse me?
Who's the they?
Yeah, the DNC.
DNC.
That's.
Well, no, not just DNC. The Clintons,
establishment.
the establishment.
So who is the establishment? I think that's what we need to answer. So I think it's a big group of people that are in cahoots. One is the military-industrial complex, meaning everyone that can profit from war.
Republican and Democrat.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat.
It's a big game, a big show.
Yeah, because how does our military, so let me do a quick breakdown, right? So how does our military make money? So the military makes money by government contracts, right? And the more wars we're in, the more weapons we need to buy, the more things we need to do, the more bases we need to establish to keep things safe. And on top of that, all the contracts that are tied to the military, construction contracts, like little military bases that need to exist in these different countries. And once we destabilize a nation, a lot of big corporations can move in. And now we have our banking systems there. We have our McDonald's there. We have a lot of things that are American corporations that can exist in these countries.
How do we destabilize a nation, Steve and Joe? The CIA and with sanctions.
And yeah, well, they outsource now, called Economic Hitman. But all this stuff is really, it sounds crazy. It's a lot of information that I'm just briefly letting you know. But all these people who profit from it, this is a business, right? So in order for them to keep their business viable, and in order for them to keep building more money, making more money, they need to be in more wars. So how do you get to war? You hire politicians and you keep them wanting to get into war.
And how do you get to war? How do you sell war to the American public? You manufacture a narrative, i.e., Iraq has weapons of mass destruction.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be true or not. And then nobody in the intelligence community gets held accountable because they don't need to, because they're part of the game and they get thanked for it actually and promoted and moved on to private government contract jobs later on in their careers. So they all get shuffled around. And meanwhile, we're all told to get pissed at each other while we are all in the same like socioeconomic status. But the people who get elected in the government leave with $90 million or more. Like, that's what we should all be pissed about. Government employees and Congress people who get elected and leave richer.
Yeah, because these corporations that they helped out, afterwards they're promised a contract at their jobs, a nice job, a
Correction
nice
corner.
What did Clinton do? What did George W. Bush do? What did Obama do? Obama even talked shit on giving presidential speeches after and getting huge corporate donations for it.
Yeah.
And guess what? He did the same shit. He's out there doing the corporate tour, getting millions of dollars to just go talk to a company for 30 minutes. And we're all supposed to go, yeah, that's worth their time. There's definitely nothing happening in government where you were helping these corporations get certain things passed or certain things not passed or not looked at, while promised later on, hey, you come give us a 30-minute speech and we'll give you millions of dollars for it. And that's how you clean your money.
Boop, 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 boop. News correspondent Boze coming in to say that it sounds like like all of the rich people are treating us like little puppets, even though we're all in the same boat.
It's almost like they put on a show for the puppets, and we all sit in the audience and go like,
we're
I
like,
think I have control over this.
That person in the same row as me is bad.
And then we look at the politicians who are reaping and sowing on top of us and go,
like, that's
"Those
my
are-
guy.
That's my hero.
That's my Messiah. Save me.
I love him. I want to wear his shirt." Mm-hmm. And that's the fucking game. So unless you vote for anti-establishment candidates, you'll just it's crazy. It's like I'm predicting the future right now. You'll get more of the same.
Don't vote for Harambe this year. Write in Nader.
Vote for Nader.
Isn't Nader already dead?
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Dead or done?
This has ended on such a sad note.